All right, guys, welcome back to another episode here on the Lazy Genius Tarot and Bazaar. If you're new here, thank you for making this your first stop on the channel. I hope that you enjoy the content. Today, what we're going to be doing actually is a full walkthrough and comparison side by side of these two decks right here. And this is the uh, Grand Etteillas Art Restoration deck by C in London, the same folks that did the 1909 Art Restoration deck for the Roses and Lilies Tudor deck. And the Grand Etteillas, the 1977 Grimaud, I believe is how you pronounce that, Grimaud printing. So let's go ahead and put the decks in. Here on the right, we will have the Grimaud. Here on the left, the Art Restoration deck. The Art Restoration deck does come with a set of translations for both the top and bottom keyword, so to speak, or title on the card. So you'll see that you have the top and bottom meaning for each one. So I will go ahead and set those to the side here. All right. Now the backs. Here we have the Etteillas Art Restoration, and here we have the Grimaud with the green back there, which is pretty cool back actually. I like that. Both of them are fully reversible. And the Grimaud deck does have a, I almost want to say copyright, but there's no actual year or anything on it. It just says Grimaud on the card right here. So we will go ahead and start off here. Now, here with the first card, we already notice some differences with the wording on the card. So here we have it titled as Etteillas, or the male consultant, and in the reverse it says questionant, which I believe translates to male querent. And here we have man consultant and consultant, but then we have ideal and sagesse, which I guess would be translated to wisdom. So the art is pretty much the same as far as like the cross hatching in the shading and the line work there. The coloring is definitely a little bit more saturated and brighter in the Grimaud deck than in the Art Restoration deck, but that's kind of to be expected considering that this one is a restored version of one of the original decks for the Grand Etteillas from back in like the late 1800s, I believe. Here on the second card, I do notice that we have the astrological, I believe, association. We've got the sort of notes on the top and bottom. So a lot of the card details, the images are exactly the same. Like I said, the detail is all present. Very detailed on both sides here. The colors on this side, of course, are a little bit more saturated and a little bit brighter. But other than that, the images are the same. The title on the second card here is the same, but the underside title is different. Here we have what translates to fire, and on this side we have what translates to passion. Both of them could also almost be interchangeable, because passion would be a fire emotion, right? And then here we have card 3, and on this side we have the propose card, and the underside here is water, which we see represented by a image that definitely resembles the Rider-Waite-Smith moon card. So it is possible that they did take some inspiration from here because this deck would have come out before then. And here we have discussion and instability, but over here we have topic and a water association for the card. The astrological association seems to be the same though. Again, on card 4, similar to the star card in RWS, it looks like we've got the same notations like we have on the other couple of cards before it, the same astrological association of Cancer. And then again, an image that definitely resembles that of the star card in the RWS system, where you've got 7 total stars in the sky there. Each of the 6 surrounding the main are an astrological association or a star or the moon there. So you've got 5 astrological associations, the star, moon, and the centerpiece there. Here we have the 5th card. The differences in the wordage here. I apologize. Here we have a word that translates to analysis and the association of air. Over here we have revelation, which is actually kind of possibly interchangeable with analysis, because through analysis comes revelation of information. And then on the bottom you have what would translate to behavior, and over here you have the elemental association of air. And then here on the 5th card, we have the same notations at the top and bottom, the exact same artwork like we have seen so far. This has the same title on this card, only here we have what translates to country property, and here what would translate to earth. So slightly different, but possibly interchangeable there. All right, and here we have the 6th card, same associations, same notations on the card, same artwork, same line work, the whole 9 there. Over here we have what translates to night. Here we have what translates to secrets. Here, when in reverse, we have what translates to truth. And on this side we have what translates to day. Both of them could be interchangeable there. All right. And here, card 7, again, same notations, same associations, same artwork. Really, the only thing that's been changing on a lot of these cards so far has been the wording used. Here we have the same card title up top, and on the bottom we actually have the same card title. So this is the same on both ends there. And then here we have card 8. Please pardon the dog in the background if you can hear it. This is going to be the consultant or the lady consultant card. Here we have tenacity and progress as the keywords though, whereas on this side, outside of the notes that we see are repeated here in the astrological associations, on this side we just have the female querent, and that is the same in both directions there. Oh, looks like this one is upside down. And then here we have justice, the same card on both sides. We have the arrow on the corners there. Up here we have justice. On the bottom we have lawmaker, which is basically the same translations that we see on this side as well. Justice and jurist, or the judge or the lawmaker there. So pretty much the exact same wordage and translations there. At least they play off of each other. Here we have temperance and convictions, and then we have temperance and the priest, actually. So priests are very conviction, they hold their convictions very strongly in their beliefs. It is definitely a good association there. Here we have force or strength and power in the reverse. On this side we have force, and then on the bottom here we have what translates to sovereign. and sovereignty is power, so that definitely makes sense there as far as the translations. Here we have prudence and popularity on card 12, which is the prudence card, and it is the same translations that I see on the top, and on the reverse side here we have people, and then over here we have popularity, which I see how those could be interchangeable as well. And then here we have the marriage card. On the underside we have union. On this side we have love affair for the reversal. So, you know, I mean, I guess love affair and union could be interchangeable also. Um, Here we have the 14th card, which is superior force. And the title on this one is the same in both directions. Here we have violence and weakness, which I guess both of them are major forces. And here we have the illness card, which is titled the same up and down. Here on the Grimaud, we have sorrow as the main translated title and illness as the reverse. Here we have the judgment card. Again, more influence for the Rider-Waite-Smith system here. I've been seeing a lot of cards in this deck that could definitely be cards that have influenced the Rider-Waite-Smith system for sure. And it definitely predates Rider-Waite-Smith as well. So it is definitely possible that a lot of their inspiration came not just from the Solabuska, but also from the Etteillas as well. Let's see here. Here we have the Judgment card, which is titled the same top and bottom. On this side, we have Opinion and Arbitration, which both of them are judgments for sure. Here we have Death, which is titled Death up top, but then, or Mortality rather, and then in the reverse, the translation here is Nothingness. On this side, we have Death and Incapacity. So a little bit different there. Mortality and nothingness versus death and incapacity. So that is definitely a slight difference there. Here we have the traitor card, which is titled the same up and down. On this side, we have betrayal and then falsehood. So both of those would be interchangeable there. That one makes sense. Here we have misery and prison, and then on this side we have the same titles there, but it definitely looks like that could have been inspiration for the tower. Here's the fortune card, or the wheel of fortune, if you look at the inspirations here. But the fortune card on the reverse here says augmentation, which is translated to increase, and we have the same titles on the Grimaud side as well. Here we have the dissension card, or what would be translated as disagreement, and this is titled the same top and bottom here, so it's the same upright and reverse. Here we have lawsuit or legal dispute, which are sort of interchangeable with each other, which would make sense there, especially considering the fact that the card title itself of dissension is disagreement, right? When both a legal dispute and a lawsuit would be disagreements. But we definitely see inspiration for what would have possibly become the chariot card there. And then here we have the king on this side as it's labeled. And we have probity and indulgence. And here in the art restoration, we are showing the countryman, or the good and severe man in the reverse there is the good and severe man. So, I mean, I guess that this would be sort of the King of Wands, so to speak. And then here we have the Dame or the Queen. And we have the virtue and devotion as the keywords. And then here we have the title, which translates as countrywoman or good woman in the reverse. Here we have the card, which looks like it's associated here with the Cavalier or the Knight, obviously of Wands. We have change and separation in the reverse. And on the art restoration, we are seeing departure at the top and disunity at the reverse there. So they actually sort of coincide there. Here we have the card on the Grimaud side, which is titled as the Jack or the Valet. And the keywords here, we have originality and news in the reverse. And then on this side here with the art restoration deck, which again would have been a scan of the actual Etteillas deck after having been restored, is the stranger card. So in the top it says stranger when translated, and then in the bottom or on the reverse side it says news. So we've got the same reverse keyword there, but originality or stranger as it's listed here on this card. Now we move into the suits. Here on the reverse we have obstacle. In the top we have lies on the Grimaud, and we have treason on the art restoration deck, but same images there. I do believe that this is a continental system, a continental Egyptian system, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's where Nap Hall got their system for the deck that they did. And here we have delay or misfortune, and on the art restoration we have delay or traverse, which is possibly interchangeable. I'm not entirely sure. And then here with the 28th card we have countryside and internal dispute with the 9 of Wands on the art restoration deck, and we have rejoicing and repentance on the Grimaud. Here we have to talk as the title, and we have indecision on the bottom. Here we have negotiations and indecision with the reverse there. So the reverse meanings are the same, and then to talk and negotiations are pretty much interchangeable there. If you look at this as like the transitive verb association, wherein to talk with somebody is to have a negotiation with them. Here we have, what would it be, the 6 of Wands, and this is a domestic and weight in the reverse. Here we have servants and expectation, which I think that those meanings there could be definitely interchangeable. Expectation for weight and servant for domestic. Those could definitely be interchangeable there. Here on the 31st card we have gold or opulence for the Grimaud, and we have trial or court case. So definitely interchangeable there with the definitions. Here we have the society card, and in the reverse it's prosperity. Here we have contract, which I guess a society is sort of built upon a social contract, so to speak. So it could be interchangeable there. And then you have prosperity in the reverse for the 4 of Wands. Here we have enterprises for the top title, and the bottom title on the art restoration deck on this guy is going to be the ending of pains, and here we have the end of worries. So pretty interchangeable there. Here in the 2 we have sorrow as the title for both of them in the upright. And then we have surprise here on the reverse of the art restoration, and surprises also on the Grimaud. So these are pretty much the exact same card there. Here we have the same title on the card for the ace, which is birth. However, the art restoration deck here is going to say fall on the bottom. And then here we have bankruptcy on the Grimaud. And then into the courts for the next suit, which I believe is cups. Here we have the court association on the Grimaud with the king. And the art restoration deck lists him as the blonde man. Or in reverse, we have the man in position. Here we have probity and dishonesty, so I don't really see how those are two interchangeable there. Here we have the blonde woman, or the woman in place in the reverse, and here we have a woman above reproach in the upright, and a dissolute woman in the reverse. And of course they have the labeled as the dame or the queen there. Here we have arrival as the card name for the card associated to the cavalier, or the knight of cups there. And here in the art restoration deck, we are showing a translation in the reverse of roguery and cheating on the Grimaud deck. So those could actually be interchangeable there, actually. And here with card number 39, we have Garçon Blonde, which is the blonde boy, or affection in the reverse there. Here we have studious boy and affection in the reverse. So those could actually possibly be quite interchangeable there. Here we have the suit of cups as the, pippish minors there. Here we start off with the 10 of cups, so to speak, with the card for the art restoration deck is titled the town. On the Grimaud we have home. The art restoration deck has a reverse of wrath, and here we have a reverse of anger, so pretty interchangeable there. Here we have the victory card, or success, for the Grimaud, and the reverse on the art restoration we have this guy listed as victory. Victory would be sincerity in the reverse with the 9 of cups there. And here we have business success in the reverse for the Grimaud. Here we have the filet blanc. Give me a second. The dog is about to go off. Sorry about that. Looks like the mailman showed up with a package. I'm not going to show the other side because I don't want to show the address information, but I already know which one this is and who it came from. So I will be doing this unboxing more than likely on a live. I will probably hold on to that until next Thursday. So back to the card that we were just looking at, which is the filet blanc, or in this case the blonde girl, or the sincere girl for the Grimaud deck. And in the reverse there we have satisfaction for the art restoration and happiness for the Grimaud, so pretty interchangeable there. Here we have card number 43 with the thought card. Oh, it's reverse over here as well. Here we have the thought card on the art restoration deck with the reverse meaning of projects. Here we have ideas and plans with the Grimaud, pretty interchangeable. Here we have the past and the future in the reverse, and the same associations on the other side. Here we have again the same titles top and bottom with heritage, which in this case actually does translate, but they have inheritance as the translated keyword over here, but this does translate in fact to heritage. And then in the reverse, we do see relative on both cards here as well. Here we have boredom, and on the art restoration deck we see new knowledge, and then on the Grimaud we actually see misfortune, so those are a little bit different there. Here we have restitute, which translates to success, and we have expedition as the translation for the reverse on the Three of Cups, and here we have relief and everyday work. So I don't think that those are really interchangeable on there. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Looks like not only am I going to have to get a good book about the Etteillas deck in general, but looks like I'm also going to have to read the little white book that comes with this guy as well, to see about some of the differences in the wording or the keyword associations for the cards here, because there's definitely differences. Here we have another card with the same title top and bottom, and then here we see another change where we have reception and party on the Grimaud side, but then the art restoration, this actually translates to feast and change. So feast and party are actually pretty interchangeable there. Here we have this guy actually has the same titles top and bottom. He's listed as the king in the Grimaud deck, and this gentleman here is in the upright, the lawful man or the man of law, and in the reverse, he is the wicked man. And here we have the queen as associated with the Grimaud deck here, and it is translated to widowhood in the upright, and wicked woman in the reverse, and it is the same title on both of those cards there as well. Here we have cavalier or knight with the same titles top and bottom, soldier and ignorance, again with the same card title. So it looks like the entire suit of swords so far is going to be the same, where in here we have the valet or the jack of swords. SB on is the spy card, and on the art restoration deck in the reverse we would be looking at unforeseen, and here we have, I believe that says improvidence. Yep. So I don't necessarily know if the reversals are interchangeable, but the uprights have the same title there. Same here with the upright titles on the Ten of Swords. In the reverse, the art restoration deck here says advantage, and the Grimaud says winnings, so those are pretty interchangeable, I guess. Here we have the 9, where on the Grimaud side we have celibacy and suspicion, and then on the art restoration deck side here we have clergymen and justified distrust. So I guess those could be interchangeable there, as clergymen are largely celibate, and a justified distrust, I guess, could be interchangeable with suspicion as well. Here we have critiques or criticism as the upright, and incident or incidents in the reverse, so that's going to be the same top and bottom. Here we have in the upright the esperance, which translates to hope. On this side we have expectation though, and then here we have in the reverse, this would be wise opinion for the Grimaud, or not the Grimaud, but the art restoration deck, and then the Grimaud would be wise advice. So that is sort of interchangeable there on both the upright and reverse, but it is not the same translation, at least. And here with the 6, we have card number 58, which the upright on the art restoration deck here translates to journey, and in the reverse we would have a declaration. Here we have to make steads and a statement, so I guess those would be interchangeable there. Here we have loss in the upright and death in the reverse. Those are going to be the same, top and bottom. But the translation on this side would be loss and mourning, whereas over here we have loss, and then this is translated as death. Solitude up top, and economy on the bottom. This one has it translated as savings, though, otherwise the same titles. Here we have again the same titles. For this one, we've got distancing and distraction, or detachment and bewilderment, which I guess could be interchangeable. However, the original word, like the pre-translation in French, I believe that is, word is the same, just the translations are different on this one. Another card that's upside down. Here with this guy, we have the friendship card for the art restoration deck. On this side we have tenderness, which I guess those could be interchangeable. On this side we have false in the reverse for the art restoration, and then the Grimaud is deceit. Here we have the what would obviously be the Ace of Swords. On the art restoration deck side we have extreme, and in the reverse we have pregnancy, and then over here we have excess and pregnancy. So pretty interchangeable for the main titles, same titles in reverse. Here we have the Homebrun, or the brunette man, and in the reverse he would be the vicious man. And on this side you have businessman and vicious in the reverse. Moving into what would otherwise be the suit of pentacles. Here we have the brunette woman, or the evil woman, and the rich woman, or indecisions, for the keywords on the Grimaud side. So those don't really line up there. Here we have utility and inactivity, and then we have profits and inactivity. So the main title there is off, but the other two are spot on. Here we have the brunette boy, or in reverse the prodigy. Here we have the studious boy, or the prodigy in reverse, so that's pretty interchangeable. Here we have the 10 on the art restoration side. For the 10 of pentacles we have house, and then we have home on the Grimaud side. Here we have the lottery, or the game of chance, and those are pretty interchangeable there. Here we have the effect card, fulfillment, for the Grimaud side. Here we have deception in the reverse, and deception in the reverse on the Grimaud. Card number 70 is the brunette girl, or the pleasant girl. And then in the reverse here we have more, and then we have avarice. I'm gonna have to look that word up, don't know what that means, so I'm not sure if those are interchangeable. Moving on, we have the silver card. So this is silver, and it's titled money over here, and then we have worry, or anxiety, so I guess those are pretty interchangeable there. Here we have the present card, or the surroundings card for Grimaud, and the reverse on both of them is going to be ambition. Here we have the lover card. In the reverse on the art restoration side we have lack of order, and on the Grimaud we have misconduct, so that's pretty interchangeable. Here we have the card that's labeled a present, or present, and here we have fence in the reverse for the art restoration, or obstruction for the Grimaud, so those are all pretty interchangeable. Here we have noble, and in the reverse we have child. On this side we have fame and mediocrity though, so I'm not sure if the keyword associations that are going to line up really. And then here we have the 2 of pence respectively with embarrassment. This one has it translated as difficulties, and this side says a letter, so the reverse is the same for both. And then here we have the perfect contentment card in the upright for the art restoration, and we have profound happiness for the Grimaud side. In the reverse we have a grant of money, or we have money coming in, so pretty much interchangeable there. And finally we have the Fool card at the end of the deck respectively. This one is just labeled foolishness as far as the translation of folly is concerned for the art restoration, and then this one actually has it translated as madness and has bewilderment in the reverse there. So that is a full walkthrough and comparison of both the Grimaud 1977 orange box Etteillas and the 2020 See in London historic actually I should say historic restoration and then scanned deck for the Grand Etteillas art restoration, which is available on drive-through cards actually. Same place where you would go to get the 1909 art restoration deck as well. So that is available there, and again that is the walkthrough and comparison of those 2 decks. And here's the box again for both of them. Thank you guys for stopping by. I definitely appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. I apologize that this one today was a little bit longer than normal, but again, I appreciate you spending the time and hanging out. I do hope that you have yourself a wonderful day, you know, because right around now I think everybody could use a little bit of a smile, so do that for me. And then if you like the content, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on my lives on Thursdays, as well as any of the other content that I release when I drop a new video. Again, thank you for hanging out with me, and hopefully I will catch you on the next one.